Welcome back to the Bronx Shear Basketball Show. I'm your host, Nafe. This is Rise. That's Cheech.
Mm-hmm.
And last week, fellas, we signed off and we said we're not up. We told Cheech the news that we decided that we're gonna have a week off at least.
At least a week.
At least a week off, because nothing is happening. I said.
Mm-hmm.
Ja Morant gets handed his suspension. Damn dollar. Brad Beal. It happened in a week. This whole Brad Beal stuff.
It did.
But
in a week.
But the real crux of why we're here right now, we are back immediately. Technically, I'd call this an emergency pod. This is our
Breaking
first
news.
emergency podcast together.
Yeah.
The only other emergency podcast I think the Bronx basketball has ever done was when James Harden got traded to the Nets. Old mate Jack and I was like, we got to jump on, we got to talk. Because a super team was formed. KD, Kyrie, and James Harden.
KD finds himself back in that mix.
And now, Kevin Durant, his team, the Phoenix Suns, have done something to bring us all back here to the table. They have traded Chris Paul, Landry Shamet. They're probably going to end up giving 6 second-round picks and 2 pick swaps for Bradley Beal.
6 second-round picks.
That's all they had left. So they've literally
They've got nothing.
So it's not confirmed yet, but they've literally traded. They've got nothing left.
Yeah.
They're purely, from what I understand, is they have nothing left.
I don't even think they have enough money. I heard
that's tradable.
they've gone over the cap.
Oh yeah, they've gone over
that's
the
a different
cap.
story.
But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a different story. You can go over the cap if you're willing to pay some tax.
If you think you're going to win a ring.
But wow,
Well,
another super team is back. Sorry, I just sort of spat there.
What do you
Yeah.
mean back? Is it
Yeah.
was it
Well,
already a super team?
It
like
was
you
already
have,
a
You have
super
Chris
team.
Paul All-Star. You've got Aiden. I don't know what. I don't know if he's. But at least you had 3 players.
So-
That were All-Star kind of thing.
Well, yeah. So when KD went there right towards the end of the middle of this past season, as you're saying, KD went to Booker, CP3, and Aiden, who was already there. I technically just don't think that was a super team. I just don't think I don't think I'd call that a super team. I'd call that a massive star power team, but Aiden wasn't quite there yet, and CP3 is on the way out. I did feel that CP3 wasn't himself all this
100%,
season.
100%.
Whereas now, and this is going to come down to what a lot of the podcast is going to be about. Why I've just led with, we've got a super team now instead of then, is because maybe that shows you my thoughts on Beal. And I think of what I've tuned into with the media and different podcasts today, the thoughts on Beal are very, you're either here or you're there, it seems. But Ryan,
yep.
we thought the super team era was over when KD, Kyrie, and James Harden split up. And how long did that last?
Not long.
Overall,
6
I
months.
think that's so. That was the last one. That was the last one. The KD, Kyrie, and James
What do
Harden.
you mean? It's not KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons.
Well,
No.
no.
If you look at his accolades,
Yes.
I went
I know.
and I was like, oh yeah,
forgot about that.
He's legitimate, and his pay is of that superstar.
I'm going to go ahead and say that because
Ben Simmons is black
I'm just
mark.
trolling.
no, I know, but there's an argument for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say that because Ben Simmons just didn't play really,
Yeah.
it just sort of didn't
Didn't
count.
happen.
And let's whatever. So if you're with me, James Harden, Kyrie, KD.
Yep.
Basically, it ended when Harden left. I know that we didn't get much from that 3. They played 13 games together, those 3 guys.
Unbelievable.
13 games.
On a full season, wasn't it?
Oh, across 2 years.
2 years.
1.5, 2 years.
13 games.
13 games.
Yeah,
82 game regular season, this sport. All right. So that was the last super team. The one before that, I thought about it, was the Warriors.
Yep.
What's the common denominator of all these super teams? You started the show by saying it. The guy.
Kevin Durant.
He's been on the Warriors super team,
Snake.
then the Nets super team.
Who needs?
And now he's on the Suns.
He's calling Magic Johnson. He's calling Jordan. Jordan sold the Hornets, so he's probably calling Jordan.
Congrats.
Jordan.
To MJ.
It's unreal. Who else does he need? Obviously, the stars can't do. Obviously, he should know he needs a team. of players, not
Yes.
just stars.
Yeah.
Because the Golden State was a team before he was there.
In fairness to KD, I mean, I don't know if we're getting into this now, but in fairness to him, I don't think that he's called the shots here like he did in Brooklyn. You know, him and Kyrie, like,
Yeah.
they were calling the shots. Like, Kyrie even said it. They were making the call. They probably were the ones who said, get James Harden, we're the boss. I think KD, the Suns have got a new owner, Matt Ishbia, came in, and I think he's doing his stuff, you know, strutting, you know, he's puffing his chest out. He's saying, I'm making
moves.
He's the one who's like, I'm pulling the trigger on the Suns trade for KD, get it done.
Yep.
They gave away Mikal Bridges. They gave away their future.
Johnson, picks.
I think there's a lot of the new owner here. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sort of trying to defend KD at the Suns, but that's it. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
KD.
I don't think it's KD's like.
It's not like the Nets.
You know, he wasn't the architect of what
Yeah.
happened. So it wasn't like the Nets. It wasn't like Golden State Warriors. This just happened to fall in place.
Yeah.
And that's that.
And so that's that. Well, what we'll do is we will, if we're going to say any more on the KD legacy stuff, which maybe we will, we'll push that to later on because we've got to talk about.
We'll park that one.
We'll park that. We're going to talk about Brad Beal.
We're
We're going to talk about the
Bradley Beal.
Suns. Wow. Bradley Beal onto the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant and Devin fucking Booker. And like it sounds like it's the worst thing ever, but and DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, it's so weird, but yeah, you have to include him.
What's your first thoughts about this team? Like, what's the first thing that jumps out to you, Cheech, when you think about this
team?
Phoenix Suns?
They didn't fix their issue. That's my first.
Which is
Depth and defense.
Okay.
That's my first thought.
Yep. And wow, keep going on it.
Like all three of those guys. Well, three of those guys we hadn't mentioned before, but all three of those guys, the main guys, they all play just mid-range. So I don't know if there's enough ball. Like, there's only one ball in this basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and there's only so many shots that you can get up. So I'm just like, I don't know how this will work. I don't think it's an well orchestrated team. Yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere. But Beal himself, he's good, and I think he's a good like second person off the ball in terms of, if you remember the John Wall days.
Yeah. Yeah, they were good.
They were good, like that 1-2 punch. But Booker and Beal, I don't know. Just see that kind of clash.
Yeah.
And then who's taking the shot, all this, and yeah, and they have they got rid of their coach, so no synergy whatsoever. And they're all new players, so I'm just like, and they're stuck.
And it is really going to be, unless, okay, so the big thing here is they're probably going to be dying to try, you'd think, they're probably going to be seriously looking to trade Aiden now in this offseason or before next summer comes. And one reason for that is, thanks to Bobby Marks from ESPN and your video that you sent me of his breakdown, I'm not going to act like I know why. I think it's got to do with the new CBA that really hits hard next offseason. Marks said that Aiden's contract can't be aggregated, aka next summer, aka next summer it can't be traded for a guy making 20 and a guy making 15. So I don't fully understand why. It's probably just things get strict, but so they have to do like a straight swap next season if they're going to swap Aiden for someone.
Yep.
So basically that means you've got more versatility and flexibility now to trade Aiden.
To move him. Okay.
Correct.
And that's just one of the technicalities.
Yeah.
So they're going to be trying to shop Aiden like crazy. I've got a feeling they're going to be really willing to lose a trade. They won that trade, obviously. The Wizards were in a sleeper hold from the no trade clause, which we still have to fucking have a laugh about. But the Suns just won a trade. If I'm them, I'm like, okay, might have to lose here to get off of Aiden and get some depth. Just get like a center body, a defensive center body.
Yep.
And then just a little bit of...
Get Dwight Howard.
Even if it's one other player, you know what I mean? stagger everyone. They're gonna have to call up Trevor Ariza. Dwight. Sorry, you said his name. I was thinking about Dwight Howard today. I'm like, are they gonna actually have to get Dwight Howard?
But he's not bad
That'd be
to
so fun.
like. As a defense, like at the end of the day, you just need a brick that's happy to lay into people. Because DeAndre Ayton was not laying into anyone
But real talk.
or any defensive
Yeah,
pressure.
but
Yeah.
how many? You know how many games he played in the Taiwan? He played like 25% of his games.
No, but
So relative to an 82 season, how is he going to play?
if there's any actual real world where this happens, it's only because they are so over the like.
Yeah,
They've got no other option other than vet minimums.
correct.
So I'm just, if it does actually happen, which is still a fat chance, if they do sign Dwight, I'm gonna be like, well, they obviously just couldn't find anyone else. No one else.
You keep Jock, you get Dwight or Boogie Cousins.
I don't know.
or-
Is Andre Drummond? What type of contract is he on these days? Is he taking vet minimums or is he asking for a bit more than that?
could be useful there.
Interesting to find out what he was on
Wow.
last season.
Well, you have to make all these acquisitions now before July, because it's basically as soon as
about-
that July
it's about,
hits,
what,
it's like
12
you
days?
vetmin, no
Yeah.
matter what. So
Yeah. So it's going to be really tough by the numbers for them, but they knew that. So the gist is they're going to try and get off Aiden, you'd think, to get depth. That's pretty much it, to get depth and whatever things they need. I did say let's talk about that no trade clause. What a funny thing this is. So the Wizards last summer, I think it was, they signed Bradley Beal to the Supermax extension.
man, stop the Supermax. To be honest.
5 years, to be honest. Jeez. 5 years, whatever, 10 million, billion, jillion.
Technical terms.
Bill and Jillian.
No trade clause, which means that, and you would have seen a lot of it, which means that basically they try and trade him, they have to run it by him, and if he doesn't like it, he said no. He says no.
So he gets the final.
He gets the final word.
final call,
so he
yeah.
could basically, like I don't know where I heard it. I don't know if it was a credible source, like on the internet. I don't have sources, but I think I heard amongst the media someone say that the Suns were maybe going to offer Ayton. You know, and even if it was just like a money type move to offer Ayton as part of all this to get off of him, go to Beal, blah blah blah.
But Beal's like,
But then Beal apparently said no. I don't know how credible that is, but
Yep.
I can see that happening because Beal can control the whole.
yep,
Wherever
Going,
I'm
who's
going,
there,
I
have
want
to be good.
that. I have to be good. I mean,
Yeah.
Devin Booker and KD is nothing to sneeze at, but that no trade clause. What the fuck were they thinking?
Nah, they were thinking.
They weren't thinking.
Nah, they were thinking. They were like, because didn't the ownership have is it ownership or
The front office.
Front
That's
office?
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
front
gonna get to that.
had that change? They're like, look, we're doing you a solid. We're getting the hell out. Like they're like, I'm quitting and like graffitiing on the wall and all that jazz.
Fuck you, Wizard.
Yeah. So basically, that's what transpired, I reckon.
Yeah.
Just done him a solid and
So,
no trade clause. on
oh god, I remembered their names. One of them is Michael Swinger. No, something like that. I've butchered their names. They've got a new front office. They've got a new GM and they've got a new president of basketball operations. The Wizards do, and they just came in now in June.
Okay.
So they've come in and they're like, this is a fucking mess. Bradley Beal should have been traded years ago. And
Get rid of him.
That's the other thing. I was thinking about this actual podcast could have gone for like, I reckon, a good 4 hours. Because we can talk about so many things and how this has led to here. We can talk about the landscape of the NBA and how this doesn't match the championship that was just won. The Nuggets done it with homegrown, the process, trusting the process, but the real way, not even the Sixers way. And we're back. We're back to super team crap.
It's not even 3 weeks from the fight. It's not even 2 weeks.
Yes, as you said, they're
Right.
graffiti on the wall from the last front office last season. They're like, yeah, we're going to give this guy a supermax, and then we're going to write on the graffiti on the wall, no trade clause. And they had. You can argue that they might have had a bit of leverage because at the end of the day they could have made him stay. but not really. If you're a smart person, you know that Wizards team is not going anywhere.
There's nothing up. Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. So you
all
walk in,
mid-players.
and if you really are, what I always say, quickest route to a championship, the quickest route to a championship with that team is blowing it up. There's some teams, unfortunately, I hate to say it, Chicago. You're not winning a championship with your current roster. Wizards, you're not winning a championship with the current roster.
Portland.
I hate to say it, but even
Say it. Say it for the clip worthy. We can come back to this. Say it again.
It's
Say it.
gone that bad
That's right.
already.
that's all right.
It
It's,
can hold
I'll
it.
tell you what, it's getting hot in here because
What's he got under there?
Wow.
What's he got under there? Oh my god.
No. Got yourself a New Jersey
I'm-
Express, Amazon today, Prime.
No, I got this in Phoenix actually at the arena. So what do you want?
The
from
Aaron
me?
Baines historic night.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Aaron Baines.
Shout out to Aaron Baines playing for Queensland's NBL team.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, the Bullets.
Oh shit, I
He
didn't know
played for the
that.
Bullets.
Oh, shout out Aaron Baines, Big Banger Baines. He terrorized Embiid for a series. Okay, so I'm a Suns fan now, as the listeners might not know. No, I'm not. But
Clipping that.
Yeah.
I always did like them. I like the bubble Suns.
There we go.
You know, the
There we
8-0,
go.
8-0, still not done. Still not done. Look at me. I know everything
You know
about
what?
it.
This guy's cursed with setters. All
Yeah.
the setters are just somehow problematic for the teams he goes for.
Okay, so the Wizards' new front office made the right move in a lot of people's opinion of blowing it up. It's not their fault that
They needed to.
that he had a no trade clause. It's the other guy's fault before them. And so they're going to start blowing it up. You'll see a lot of talks around Kristaps Porzingis this
I
offseason.
said.
You'll see a lot of talks around Kyle Kuzma. And when I say talks, I think they're actually
They're probably-
free agents.
Yeah, it's free agents, but I think they'll sign and then maybe sign and trade because they're below the salary cap. So I think you have to fill up the spots. So you pay them,
Yep.
and then maybe, I don't know, trade them for more.
Yeah,
pieces.
but the Wizards are going to start blowing it up, and as they should.
They might be a better team, but
What do you mean?
history, any team Chris Paul goes to ends up at the
Yeah.
ends up a playoff. Let's I've thought about this.
Yeah.
As much as the Suns won the deal, the Suns are losing a point guard, an actual point guard.
Yeah.
Who's going to carry the ball for the Suns? Devin Booker and Bradley Beal.
Well, just staying on the whole deal and the Wizards,
Mm.
Woj said part of the reason for holding up full completion of the Wizards-Suns trade will be to allow Washington to field offers from third teams that would give Chris Paul a chance to land with a contender. So he's going.
Yeah.
He's-
I did.
yeah.
I heard the Clippers. I keep hearing the Clippers, but I think that's just
You
LA
like
talk.
Chris Paul, eh?
I love Chris Paul.
Yeah.
He's banged up, but I love him.
I don't know. Where is he going? Like, he's expensive. Because you saw when he moves,
Yeah.
his salary increases by 25 mil.
Banana boat crew. He's kind of the bomb.
Nah.
Yeah, so so I don't know.
One-year contract.
Yeah, just
Some people are talking
minimum,
about
yeah.
maybe the Clippers, but they got to sort that out.
The
got Westbrook.
situation.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Let's not talk about that part. Like fucking
We'll get to that
CP,
later.
good on him. Whatever, good on the
get to that
Wizards.
later.
Blah blah blah.
We'll prove everyone wrong.
But yeah, so the gist of it is the Wizards are blowing up. Beal could just pick where he wanted to go. I'll take
Bucks was a spot, apparently.
Yeah, Bucks, Sacramento, Miami were all
believe
suitors.
Nah, Miami's going for Damian.
And
Yeah?
yes.
Yeah, actually, after that video, he said he
now
wants to
keen.
play for Miami Heat, and it's just
so keen. I'm so I've now sold my before I was like, yeah, that's cute. But
was-
now I'm like really.
He
eating
was
it.
in that interview on Showtime. He was backed into it though.
Yes,
I think he said no. Like I don't want to say. And then they're like, okay, but if you had to at a Miami this and that, and then he's like, all right, Miami and Brooklyn. Okay, so
But still, it's happening.
Food for
Chris
thought.
Haynes reported on Twitter, Miami's focus is Portland superstar Damian Lillard, with the genuine belief this could be the offseason the veteran guard seeks a change of scenery. League sources tell NBA on TNT.
Let's go.
And then Chris Haynes also tweeted, the Washington Wizards are likely to reroute Chris Paul in a trade, and the Los Angeles Clippers are expected to pursue a reunion with the future Hall of Famer.
Just bring the whole group. Doc is available apparently.
Doc's available. Get him as the assistant to Ty Lue. Get him back.
Since he's a personality kind of coach,
As I said, we have so much to talk about. We've sort of taken a little exit here. Let's go to Miami. I did want to ask you, how did you feel in this last week? Obviously, you lost the finals, and then Bradley Beal rumors start, and it's like, okay, Miami are in the sweepstakes for Brad Beal. And then this happens. It seems that maybe Miami weren't willing to offer as much as the Suns. Maybe Brad. Just tell me it all. How did you feel as a Miami fan perspective? How did you feel about this whole Brad Beal week?
So after the finals,
and now the Dame news.
Go. I felt like, it was a good shot, blah blah. But then I start, Jimmy Butler. We need a superstar. Like, Jimmy Butler's a star, but we need a superstar. So then, I was really eating into the stories of Beal and Damian Lillard. I wanted, for me personally, I think I wanted Damian Lillard. I think he's a bit more, less injury prone. I don't know the word.
Yeah.
And I just like his game. Beal... He's good, but I've always felt like he's second to John Wall.
Yeah.
And I want somebody to carry us in the finals. And even though Lillard is older, 33 versus 30, they're both having their birthdays coming up. So I've just +1 on their age. I just wanted, I said, I looked at Curry's age. He's 35. I said, we've got 2 years. We can get it in 2 years.
Curry's getting old.
Yeah, Curry's getting old.
It's
but
sad.
I said, man, if Curry's 35, Lillard's got a little bit of something in the tank.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm really eating into it. I'm like, Miami needs a superstar to take us over and pass Jokic. I think we can do it.
Do you feel like a little bit of a ceiling might have been hit with Miami in terms of you're not going higher than... What I mean by that is without an acquisition.
Yep.
It's like...
That's it.
Even if we do make the finals, that's another massive achievement, but we'll never win the finals.
We'll never win the final. And that's what happened in the bubble. That's what basically happened when, one shot away from Celtics. And Jimmy Butler has not delivered again. And maybe we need, just a backup, another insurance policy on our star players. So that's what I'm reckoning.
The Ringers, Kevin O'Connor was talking about he likes the idea of Kristaps Porzingis to the Heat.
No.
And I just
I can't say the culture.
No.
I just like...
yeah, that's what...
I think it starts with the culture first, and I just...
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a Heat culture guy.
You have to do some sort of boot camp to even enter the summer training thing. So he wouldn't even pass the summer boot camp. He'll get injured. So there's no need. There's no need.
Because yes, you do need Dame, but you also... And you could argue that'll do the job. But I think you do need also a tall body.
Big.
Nah.
I think you do.
Nah.
I think you do.
Nah.
You're gonna play teams like Jokic.
Nah. What do you mean? We could body Embiid.
Yeah, but Jokic.
We bodied
Jokic and AG.
We bodied Knicks.
No, but Jokic and Aaron Gordon.
I understand Atlanta didn't go as planned, but that wasn't over the 7-game series, and then we would have showed what's up.
But Jokic and Aaron Gordon, you gotta be ready for that.
No. We can take Jokic is something else.
I know.
Right? Even if we had a big body, Jokic is something special.
No,
Aaron
but
Gordon wasn't too. Nah,
it's about having that that part.
Yeah, but we had Kevin Love. But
that's what I'm saying. Like Kevin Love's not good enough for that.
Nah, Kevin Love, I felt like he was good enough as a rotating guy. And no matter what tall player we're gonna get, it's always gonna be a rotating guy. Who's on the market?
I know.
So
I'm not saying anyone major. I'm just saying someone like
Dwight Howard.
Nah, I don't want Aiden or anything like
Dwight
that.
Howard.
Oh yeah, we can get
just a
Dwight.
powerhouse, just a bully. You just need a bully.
But who was Dwight Howard saying he wanted to go to?
The Suns.
He
No.
literally said the Suns.
He did. He did say the Suns. Yeah, he did.
Oh, wow.
He did say the Suns.
What a life! He even prophesized his future, man.
He's
can't
trying to
believe
speak
how
into
much we've
existence.
talked about Dwight Howard on this
Here in this Dwight, we
the
love
Brad
you.
Beal
I love
Emergency
you.
podcast. Do you have any questions for Miami?
For Miami,
No.
I think Damian Lillard's a great because he was popping off last. It's sad that
team.
Portland was just as bad as they were, but man, he was scoring like he had some really, really crazy games.
And then what happens if Dame has a no trade clause?
Get out.
Yeah.
What are these
no,
teams
no,
doing?
no.
He does.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he does. He's
Maybe
good.
I read it as in he has no.
So now he's
clause.
really picking and choosing.
Are you serious? I
Yeah,
thought.
he has a no trade clause.
Wow.
What are you doing if you don't get Dame?
Oh, we just run it back somehow.
Just run it back, but
we just run it back, and we have to pay players. I think
but-
we have to pay 2 of our guys.
run it back, but the ceiling.
It doesn't matter. We can beat everybody in the East apparently, apart from Bucks. Bucks is a massive asterisk.
But you just said the ceiling. You won't win the finals.
Yeah, but we had fun.
Oh, right. Okay, so you're all right with that. You're all right with fun?
Yeah, but we beat everybody in the East, and especially
They had
we
more
can beat
fun than you.
Philadelphia.
They had more fun with me, of course. but
Yeah, I understand.
even
the-
in
the
your position,
championship.
I would still. I know it sounds greedy, but
That's-
even in your position,
Nah.
I would still be like, no, you should be aiming to win the finals.
Nah, you don't want to blow up a really well organized team. Like
Oh, I'm not
really,
saying blow
really-
it up.
But
I'm
no,
just
but
saying,
that's
like,
the risk of
okay,
it.
here's another funny one.
Uh-huh.
Would you sign and trade for James Harden?
No,
No.
no. There's no 2 ways about it. See, that's what no.
Give
You
us
don't
something.
win with James
give
Harden.
Give us something.
It's factual. You don't win with James Harden.
Give us something. Give us.
Give him.
Nah,
Give
it's
us anything.
You're really reaching for a GM, man. Really, really reaching. He's being persuading. Don't you want to make the championship? You can just if you get this player. Nah.
I heard Fred Van Vliet might be open.
Yeah,
and I've always
is.
said it'd be
And
great for Philly.
That's the
Philly need a
But I don't-
PG.
I thought Fred VanVleet because of that Nick Nurse.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah. I
handshake
didn't even
deals
think
are
of
right.
that.
I'm surprised they haven't even
I
announced
said
it
Fred
yet.
like 3 years ago. I just feel like it's sued.
I just don't know how we're gonna. Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
he's a free agent.
Yeah, but he's going to be expensive.
We can't sign a free agent, right?
Why not?
Because we don't have cap space.
No, but you have no. Who says you're getting James Harden?
No. But even if James Harden walks, I don't know.
Still
I don't know
don't-
how
you
it
still don't
works.
have
But
cap space.
basically, James Harden walks, we still can't sign a big contract.
Toby.
There's not like a hole left by a gap
Really?
left by him. Whatever it is, I think we're over. So when
You're
Harden walks, we can't sign someone. We can only sign and trade him, which is not likely to him.
That's
He won't be down
Because
for that.
Tobias Harris is on the max, nearing his end contract.
That's why I keep
Unbelievable.
saying, in terms of someone coming into Philly, it's got to be Harris going. That's the only way.
Mm.
Yeah. So we can't just like Harden walks, Van Fleet walks in.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
So you're just having fun next season.
Lillard doesn't have a no trade clause, and Portland would likely set an astronomical price if they ever decided to trade him. I heard today that he's got a no trade clause, so don't believe what you hear. I don't know. I heard that he does.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. On that note, just quickly of Philly, I do have to take a moment. When we were getting rid of Ben Simmons last season, we were looking for a replacement. Daryl Morey wanted an all-star back. Rightfully so. Drew Hanlon is the trainer for Joel Embiid and Bradley Beal. And there was reports out there that Joel Embiid actually wanted Bradley Beal. That was his first priority. Not necessarily James Harden. Now, if you could get James Harden instead of or Bradley Beal, I argued about their age at the time. I said I might lean towards Beal because of their similar age to Embiid. I
Yep, I
get
do
worried
remember
about
that.
Harden's age. But I guess Harden was the better choice. And this regular season, James Harden was worth it. It was great. But and I'd be very, very interested to ask many Philly fans this same question. If you could go back in time, and now even with everything that's happened, and you've got the knowledge, if you could go back in time and try get Beal instead of Harden, would you do it? And I feel like a lot of people, and can start our conversation that's meant to be the main thing of this whole podcast. How highly do you value Beal? What I'm getting at is, yes, Harden proved to be what we thought he was in the regular season. Unfortunately, he also proved to be the same old playoffs James Harden. So I personally would press yes, travel back in time, go get Beal instead of Harden. And I personally think that Bradley Beal is a pretty good player. I think that he's very good.
You would say, Doc, as Doc said, Harden is challenging.
I listened to that. That wasn't as like.
I listened to that.
Yeah,
as well.
nah.
It was, you pumped it up a bit. It wasn't that like controversial. He didn't say anything bad or that much bad.
I like that though.
Towards us. Anyway, staying on topic. Sixers. Personally, I'm a little. Again, This has been a terrible off season for us, or postseason and off season. This stings today because I was like, oh, can we go in the
really
race?
Can't get him.
Can we go in the race? And it never seemed like we were interested. The reports were the Sixers aren't interested. But I'm like, can we trade to Tobias for Beal? Apparently,
Do you want Toby?
Apparently he's going cheap, and hopefully Beal and Harden actually are friends. And apparently we weren't actually interested.
Damn.
This doesn't have to be about the Sixers, but I would have loved to have gotten Beal and gotten rid of Harden. We could have had Harden and Beal, but I would have loved to have gotten Beal and gotten rid of Harden. But we just didn't go for it. Daryl Morey didn't want to go for it. I think there's a very, very high chance that James Harden's re-signing with the Sixers at the moment. That's
You
the
almost
air.
have nothing else left.
It sort of seems like. I feel like James Harden's come back to the Sixers. Getting back to the main conversation, how highly do you rate Bradley Beal? I was thinking to myself because I was hearing such contrasting stuff all day. Oh, Bradley Beal's actually better than people are saying. He's getting a bit underrated. Bradley Beal's overrated. What do we think this guy is? He's not that good. I was like, wow.
How do we judge him?
Where are we at? Bryce.
I think Bradley Beal, in terms of just quickly on the Philly thing for James Harden, I do like Bradley Beal because I feel like he can find his shot in the mid-range, in the three-point as well. He can drive as well. I feel like he can probably create his shot a lot better. I kind of see him almost like a Devin Booker in terms of scoring, being able to really score from anywhere. Obviously, we've seen James Harden in the postseason just became very...
That's the main thing. That's at the end of the day, like... Regular season, I would actually right now I would take Harden over Beal, but Harden is one of these unique guys, and we have to. They come to us.
Yeah,
these guys. He's one of these unique guys. He shrinks in the playoffs. Go on.
And Bradley Beal, we obviously haven't seen much of him in the playoffs. Obviously, in the last 4 years, but he can obviously still play. He was. When he was on for the Wizards, he's still scoring, I think, 25 plus. And he still looks good. I don't know. He still looks good from my eyes. I think he's going to be really good for Phoenix, but I don't know who's going to hold the ball more. Who's really going to hold the ball at the end of the game and make the decisions, whether it's going to be Booker. So then I don't know how he's going to score, if he's just going to score with the ball in his hands. But it'll be interesting, yeah.
Cheech, what do you think of Bradley Beal? How highly do you rate him? I mean,
I rate him sort of like, the top 10 kind of thing. He's injured, fam. He plays, if you want to look back at his season, like he's played 90 games in the last two seasons. Okay. And then even before that, it was like 50 and 40 games again. So for how many years running? But there's a rumor out there that they would just rest, apparently. So then we don't know how many games he could have actually played.
I personally lean that way.
You think it was
with the Wizards?
Like last season when he finished, so he ended his season or they ended his season. Wrist surgery. You don't need wrist surgery. You know what I mean? All the time. Sorry, you don't need surgery all the time. Look at LeBron. Sometimes you can do this in the off season.
Yep.
Or you can play through it now if you've got someone to play for. You're not got nothing to play for the Wizards. All I'm getting is you go. I think
he's
highly rate him.
He's great, as Ryan said. 25 points a game, almost 60% true shooting. 35% from threes, 4 attempts a game. I think that's solid, and I think that can fit in well with Suns. But I just, again, you're gonna have Booker and
KD.
He's basically a lesser version of Booker.
Yeah,
So that's,
I kind of see him like a Book.
So like, you know, Booker's superstar. Is he superstar?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
If he is superstar, he's that one tier below superstar. End of story.
Yeah. And I'm not going to repeat other people's numbers. Shout out to Game Theory Podcast, Sam Vecini. He went and talked about like half-court open threes for Brad Beal. And he talked about, I don't know, he talked about these stats of shots where Beal is going to more see in Phoenix than when he was the number one creator in Washington. And while the numbers haven't been great the last couple of years, the numbers are beautiful when he's not like in a play when it's just kicked out to him or when he is open somehow, someone's drawn the defense. What I'm getting at is first off, and I think it seems that we all think highly of him. I don't think he's like anywhere near the top 10, for example.
No.
But I think he's he might be getting a bit underrated right now.
He's very reliable, yeah.
You can sleepwalk on a team like the Wizards. You know what I mean? Some guys have something to prove. Kuzma comes in, something to prove. Porzingis, something to prove. What does Bradley Beal have to prove?
Yeah.
Especially this season when they just gave him the bloody bajillion degillion. What does he have to prove this season? And also, I watched him a bit this season. I'm not going to act like I watch every Wizards game, but I tune into most games, most teams every now and then, here and there, end of fourth quarters, you know. And this guy, when he feels like it, he can wake up. He's great. He's really good. And so that leads me to saying, I think that this is going to go really well for them. I think that I know it's not a good-looking reference point, but I truly do believe the Nets were a big toe away from winning the title. I actually think
winning the title.
Yes.
This is a first round. That was a first round game.
No, it was the second round.
Oh, was it?
And it was Game 7 against the champions. The Bucks went and won the title from there.
Yeah, but then they had everybody injured, so they can't even.
So Kyrie, James Harden was just coming back from his injury. He was coming back early, but he was just coming back.
Yeah.
Kyrie wasn't done for the offseason, for the postseason. Like, he wasn't a break or anything. He was going to come back, basically. But KD himself still had them there. They didn't have like a 3-1 lead or anything like that, the Nets. No. KD was just carrying them by himself with whoever else they had. What I'm getting at is people have a bad taste in their mouth of the super teams, but I got to say, and I get not picked on. I'm wrong every year about the Clippers because these fucking super teams, all these big
not available.
What do you call it? These players coming together in these last few years hasn't worked out. But I don't know. I think that
more like, let's roll again on that crowd
roll
again.
The dice.
I think the only thing that's going to stop this team is injury.
Whoa!
But more so
standard Clippers injury.
But only to like KD. I don't really think, as we just talked about, I don't think Beal's going to be that injury prone. I think you'll see him have the healthiest season in years. You know what I'm saying? Miraculously, because he's on a contender now. I think Booker's going to be fine. He's not someone that jumps out to me. He's injury prone. KD, maybe. But I'd be putting KD on cotton wool. I would be fine with finishing 4th this season if I'm the Suns.
Well, the thing was, I hope that they kept Monty Williams as a coach.
Yeah.
Because then you have that one-on-one discussion with Booker. Booker and Monty Williams have that, have that discourse. And how they'll go manage the season. Now everybody's feeling each other out, from coach to players, and I'm just like, that's a sensitive spot to
Who's
be
the
in.
leader? Obviously Booker.
It's Booker.
Booker.
But at the end of the day, I know what you're saying, but they can come together as we're all new to this. We got to buy in together. You know what I mean? Monty was part of the old regime.
They've lost a guy.
And we talked about Frank Vogel. You know, in terms of one of their big problems, defense. I'm not saying he's going to work magic, but He's going to make them prioritize defense because offense just comes like breathing.
Have you
down
seen who
to
they
these-
have
to
for
these
offense?
guys.
They've
Yeah.
got. You don't even need to teach
That's
them
right.
offense.
Don't need
And
to
now they got
do-
Bradley Beal,
Yeah.
who's a weapon.
And
Keep going,
people
sorry.
saying, "Oh, what do you do? What if you plug in Bradley Beal into that last series? Because Chris Paul was injured towards the end of Denver. We're talking. Plug Bradley Beal in. Does it make a difference? What the fuck?
It definitely makes a difference, but
when
I
they-
still feel like the ball
when
handling is
they
going to
would-
be an issue.
Yeah, but when they
does.
when
And calling
KD
plays.
and Booker were the only two there's two men, KD and Booker stole. They were the only team to steal 2 games off the eventual champion Nuggets, and they were just dying for someone else to make a shot. And Landry Shamet hit shots, they won that game. What I'm getting at is, Bradley Beal.
Yeah, bro.
Did you replace Landry Shamet with Bradley Beal? CP3 wasn't even playing in that series. You see what I'm saying? It is going to make a difference.
Hopefully.
People might not like to face it, but barring injury, if these 3 guys, including an at least solid DeAndre Ayton, if they're on the court, offensively, they're going to be almost unstoppable. They're going to be almost unstoppable.
One thing I have to question is Bradley Beal's been on a garbage team for, I don't know, 6 years now. 4 years minimum. That competition, nothing can replicate competition. Is he ready for the bright lights again? How quick does that take to snap back on? And also, like, just being cold. I haven't watched him play in the Wizards because I have time. Like, I have other things to do.
Other than watch Washington games.
Yeah, but I used to watch him in,
Yeah.
obviously, when
The
they
good
were
times.
good. The good times.
J-Roll.
But bringing that back, does he freeze up? Will he get cold just being on the side, like, catch and shoot kind of thing? These are the questions that I have because at the end, human psychology in basketball, for me, is real. Like, after seeing all these guys just freeze up, can't make a shot after how long? Because, it's just different. So that's an interesting
It's
spot.
going to be interesting, yeah. I mean, we can't answer that, I guess. Yes, he could go there and he could Markel Fultz to the Sixers style, number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Forget how to shoot, apparently.
Forget how to shoot.
I cry about that.
Marco Fultz he's back.
As I say,
Yeah,
He's
wearing
leading
that,
percentages and
Yeah, but he
everyone.
don't watch. Actually, watch him. He's still not like a shooter.
Yeah,
But
he's
him-
playing for Orlando.
Yeah.
Nathan wearing that jersey is already cursing the Phoenix.
It's making me
Ah.
sick. I know that they should do well, but I'm praying for them not to.
Oh, really?
I've been praying against.
Oh, well,
I've
you're
been
a
praying
Laker
against
fan.
KD, so yeah.
You're a Lake fan. For me, I don't mind. That's one of the East.
I just think that they've lost their point guard, who really took them there when Chris Paul got there.
But now they have KD. It's not just Beal. It's KD.
Yeah,
KD.
but KD had Kyrie. KD's had everyone.
And I know it's.
KD's had everyone.
I know it's ifs and buts, but
You know LeBron's had?
KD,
Tristan Thompson,
KD
J.R.
with
Smith.
Kyrie and those guys. KD, they did nearly win the title.
Yeah, but they didn't. We
I
could have
know.
said
I'm
a lot
just
of
saying,
people.
like-
You could have nearly won the
Oh,
title.
yeah.
No, but
Your couple bounce of Kawhi
That's a-
shot.
but that's a
Let's
good
be honest.
example. That's a good
That's a
example.
great
Like-
example.
Like it's, I don't think that's exactly the same because while you can argue that we were nearly going to win the title, like
You
we
were
had,
7 bounces
we-
of a ring.
we were only going to go to overtime. They did go to overtime, and then KD literally just had nothing left. What I'm getting at is. We were going to go to overtime. Some people say the Sixers would have won against Toronto. I don't think we would have.
Questionable.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, yes, I get caught up in all these things, and I seem to be wrong. And the Nuggets just won the championship, very organic, all this crap. I don't know if they stay healthy, man. I'm putting my hand up right now. I know, but that's talking about ifs or buts.
If LeBron was healthy.
Okay, you're just looking at the piece of paper. I know it's a piece of paper, but looking at the piece of paper, KD, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and either Aiden or what they get for Aiden.
And
For
then-
me, that's the favorite.
Then the defensive-minded coach. I'm liking this team more and more after this 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's
I'm liking it more and more.
if KD does a Kawhi and he's like hurt all the time, hurt in the playoffs, I guess is the main thing. Then for
They
me,
have to load management. Like, they have to, like, I don't know, like, the games are important, but, like, They just need to figure out a way of.
And
just
that's the
load
thing about the
management.
super teams, as we talked about with KD at the Nets. Oh, well, with Kyrie, Harden in the Nets, KD in the Warriors 2019. One of these players goes down, and your chances go from here to here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
You know what the odds are? They're third highest now, Phoenix, for winning championship.
Third highest.
yeah,
Who's
this
first?
is what
Denver?
Denver,
Denver
then
Bucks.
Celtics. No.
Really?
This is what I'm talking about with so many people today. Are like, oh, Bobby Marks in his video, he's like, oh, they're not better than Denver. I'm like, I think people have forgotten. How good Bradley Beal
They're
is.
not better than Denver.
I don't think
I-
they'll
I-
defensively.
I think
Who's
they are.
gonna?
No, because of that team synergy. You can't just put them.
DeAndre Ayton can't stop. Obviously, he's shown he's not aggressive enough. Then they make KD the second biggest, the biggest person on the court when he should not be the biggest person on the court, and he gets squashed by Aaron Gordon. There's no way. There's no way.
Oh, my
Clippers would have beat the Suns last season if Kawhi went. If Kawhi did not go out,
I agree.
yeah.
But my case,
There you
still, even with saying that, my case is that yes, matchup, and they don't have a good collection of players, as in, you know what I mean. But that
Miami Heat would beat the
position,
Suns
this Suns.
just because they have got no defense.
See what? So what I was gonna say was, what did I just say before? This team, this team was the only team to take 2 games off the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Now,
Because of Shamit.
again, CP3 was out. Just replace Shamit with Beal, and don't underrate Beal while you're at it.
I just don't want them to do good. I know they're going to be great.
They would beat them.
They'd be great.
And that's not me just talking it's.
But
it's-
I
this is
thought the
different.
Suns-
This is different now. Devin Booker has a heart. You know, you need a heart to beat them. Devin Booker has a heart. KD, if he's healthy,
he loves basketball.
he's a killer.
Beal loves
and
passionate
Beal.
about the game.
Yeah,
he's
Beal-
passionate. Yeah, he
about
is
the
passionate.
game. So they've got all 3
They're
Bucks
only
full heads.
this is a terrible thing to say, but their only quote unquote heartless / questionable mentality guy is Aiden.
Yeah.
But they're probably going to be. They're on the phone right now trying to trade him.
Get Jock
I
in there.
think spicy.
Yeah.
I think I don't think they need Aiden.
I don't know. Just get.
Imagine they got Zion for Aiden, because Zion's
Stop
on the
now.
market.
Just stop. All right. We're cutting it short.
Because apparently Zion's on the market.
That's all cat. You didn't.
This
you didn't read-
league.
you
Zion's
didn't read
on
the-
some
you didn't
explicit
hear-
websites.
You
And
didn't. You didn't read what the thought was saying.
What?
She was like, she woke up at 4 a.m. or something and just was ranting. She's like, they're not trading Zion. It's all cap to distract from his sexual activities. Here you're staying and thing and blah blah blah. And she just kept going. It was fantastic.
Oh, she's the credible source.
100%. That's
Bro,
my source.
she's made more tweets
Sam.
about Zion than Zion has played games in the Pelicans. Get that.
Let's go.
Figure that out. Come on, Zion. Just play the game.
Where else did I want to take this? You know, today when I was thinking about, and everyone was talking about how highly they rate Beal or they don't rate him under whatever, I was thinking to myself, we're going to do our top 10 next season, coming into next season. I was thinking to myself, should we do like a 2 or 3 hour live stream? Just, I don't know, get the cigars in the room, get some snacks,
Yeah.
put like a camera
I
up
think
here,
so.
get all these pieces of paper and do just stand above this
Just a
table.
top 50.
Top 50, top 100 players. See where Bradley
Yeah,
Beal falls.
I think so.
We'll let you know.
Might get the couch out. Yeah, we'll let you know.
There might be some punching bags involved.
You know, you tune into the part of the stream. Someone's sitting on the floor on their phone, just having a break.
Yeah.
I could say that.
But Bradley Beal is on the Suns.
It's unreal. I'm glad that he's somewhere where he's going to get seen and watch. It's like Damian Lillard. We just need him somewhere where the lights are brighter. Everyone wants to see that.
Yeah.
People want to see there's good players play for good teams against other good teams.
Another thing about this super team is that they don't have Kyrie.
Yeah, that's a huge
He's
win.
coming to us. He's coming to Lakers.
So automatically, is this, even without having played a game, is this team a better super team than Kyrie, KD, Harden? I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's another thing. I think we've got a bad taste in our mouth about super teams, but the last 2 super teams before the Nets, the Warriors, and if you call the Cavs, were the Cavs a super team?
No.
I don't know if I do, but some
That
people
was
do.
just the GM.
Cavs and Warriors and Miami, Heat,
Heat 2014.
Bosh.
Let's go,
The
2010,
Heatles.
2014.
all won championships. The Phoenix Suns, here's another thing. The Phoenix Suns have never, ever won a championship. You hear how desperate I am to get to the conference finals. Some people think like this, I do. What is the quickest route to your next championship? Maybe if you're the Golden State Warriors, you don't have to think like that. But if I'm the Phoenix Suns and if I'm Matt Ishbia, if I'm James Jones, their GM, I understand the thought process of, you know what? Yeah, fucking get KD. Fucking get Brad Beal.
Yeah.
Fucking
I would
get,
too.
Fucking get Zion.
Then they need a bully. They need a bully.
So, just to round up, buy or sell Phoenix
Yeah.
for the next 3 years in terms of championship.
If we were doing our
Yeah.
NBA stock market, I'd be buying Phoenix if I didn't already have them. To win a championship next 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know-
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because this reminds me, like that owner, right? I think the owner made a smooth move selling because, like, you're about to hit peak, and this is where things get difficult.
Let's say they're going.
You're going real good or it bust.
Yeah.
It
And
can't get any
sell.
better than what they have. Like, I thought the last 6 months was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in, the
Yeah.
team you have.
Well, and they also made the finals.
Yeah.
Last 2
Yeah.
years.
And then now it's like, now you got Bradley Beal. I don't even know who else you can get to
And they're-
like,
and
reach another ceiling.
And they're
Like,
also,
stressed.
the
by all,
ceiling's been stretched.
by all these numbers in the new CBA, they have nothing left to trade.
Yeah.
Nothing.
They
Can't even sign
other than
trade.
Aiden, they literally, it's this. This is it. As Bobby Marks
think-
said, they are married to this squad.
2 years later, they're gonna have to recruit Miami Heat's recruiter, and just get free agencies.
Yeah, but it takes time.
I
It
know.
takes time. It takes like a couple years.
Well, you guys answer that question. Suns winning a championship next 3 years.
No.
No?
Oh man,
Give
these
the
hot
fans
takes,
answer.
Man.
Give the fans
Oh
answer.
man, can we wait till the summer? Can we wait
Nah.
till free agency?
We want to clip this.
Oh my god, that's very good. So I can give it to you straight.
Are the Suns winning a championship in the next 3 years?
Yes.
Nathan,
Changes in.
are the Suns winning a championship
Yes,
in the next
hell
3 years?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I died. I don't want to be saying yes. To
I was. You know what's so funny?
I don't want to.
I'm still out on Philly, but I was a changed man by the Nuggets thing as well. Like, I was going into next season, no more Clippers belief, no more super team belief, no more Philly belief.
Are you believing in the Clippers? I saw a post. If Paul George and Kawhi Leonard can just stay healthy,
I don't know.
This guy's bandwagon.
I love the Clippers.
he loves the Clippers.
He loves
It's
the
because he
super
hates the
team.
Lakers.
I hate the Lakers.
That's
I
why you
Kawhi.
love the Clippers. I'm telling
So
you.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know about Clippers. The Clippers. I might be out on them as well, but I'm back in on the super team. Is too hard to ignore. It's too hard to ignore, bro. This
That's why he's a Man U fan
when
too.
when KD when KD and Booker were drawing the help. They kicked it out to Landry Shamet. Do you know the upgrade it is to Bradley Beal from Landry Shamet? Do you know that upgrade?
I just hope, as like the John Wall situation, Phoenix, like, you know, and even when he went to the Clippers, like, you know, different. The competition really rises now. Like the intensity level, and that's why I say I want to see him few games, see how he responds. Is his body ready? Is he mentally ready? We'll find out after the summer break.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
This league.
It
Undefeated.
never sleeps. It's
The
undefeated.
NBA is
Never
undefeated.
sleeps. We thought we were gonna have a break. We got the NBA draft tomorrow.
Is it?
The NBA draft is tomorrow. It's free agency this Friday, Melbourne, Australia time.
Trades.
This is huge this week. Free agency. Kyrie Irving probably going to sign
I
on
think
the
the
Monday.
draft is not tomorrow. I think the
Yeah,
draft is
Tuesday.
Friday.
Maybe one.
Friday.
No.
Thursday their time, Friday our time, isn't it?
No, the draft was a Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday
No.
their time.
Anyway, it's this week.
It's this week.
And that's the thing as well. Like, we've got no time, but like the thing about Dame is we're gonna probably find out this week because whatever they're gonna do with Dame, they're probably gonna make their decision about what they're gonna do with the number 3 pick, the Portland Trailblazers.
Wait, that's tomorrow. That's next couple of days.
So we're gonna like
Shit's
boys,
happening.
boys, be ready for an
We might
emergency
have
pod.
an emergency pod. If they announce Dame tomorrow, we do another pod.
Oh, Hundy
if
pick.
Dame
A live
gets
stream pod if we
traded,
have
the man who doesn't get traded,
Bro, I'm hyped.
Mr. Loyal.
I'm so hyped. Like, I don't
Mr.
buy into
Loyal.
this BS of like this trade. But bro,
There is no off season.
I'm in Miami, boo.
There's no off season.
because it's everyone's talking about that. Not gonna act like again, like I know the ins and outs too much, but basically it's simple. Like if they draft Scoot Henderson, who's in Shooting Stars, by the way.
I rewatched
LeBron-
that the other day.
Oh yeah, did you see him?
At Bees. Yeah, I was like, I can't believe I didn't even recognize this.
Yeah, Scoot
believe
Henderson plays one of the LeBron
And I
teammates.
was thinking, I was like, when he came in the show,
Scoot.
I'm like, who is this giant?
yeah, I'm like, God,
That's what I was.
he's
I'm like,
really good.
this guy seems like a natural giant. Like,
So he's a guard. If the Blazers draft him, they got Anthony Simons, Scoot. What's the other guy that they got? The young guy. I don't know. He jumps out the gym though. They got these guards.
the
and
Shane
it's
Sharp.
Shane Sharp. I don't know if he's actually he's
dunk contest. He got in the
definitely not
dunk
a point
contest.
guard. But anyway, he's like a
SF. Oh, it's third guy.
yeah. He's
fourth
not
guy, yeah.
massive. What I'm getting at is you're not building this young small core, and
Well,
Dame's still hogging it.
They said
You know what
they
I
might
mean?
even look to get rid of Anthony Simons and some.
Nah, that
and
seems
then
too
like,
much.
and
That
then,
seems too much.
and that's right.
Portland's
and,
boring.
And
Just get out of there.
I think about this.
Jeremy Grant said.
33 years old. They can't be serious. Like they can't be serious about trying to trade like Simons or the number 3 pick for what? What are they going to get?
Yeah, you're right.
This was Zion talk. They're not going
That's
to win.
so
You're not
dumb.
going to win the championship
You're
with
not gonna
Dame and
win.
Zion. That's it.
No.
You know, I'm telling you now. Listen to us. I would trade him. I would trade him to the Heat.
I feel like
And
he's
just
get rid of it.
Just restart.
Yeah.
Restart, retire the
Get a new
jersey.
owner.
Have a parade for him. I don't care. He
And
deserves
it's
it.
not like they've already started the process. Like they've already got, good,
But they've
like, a
been
good young
because
core.
of
Yeah, you got
his
some-
because of his loyalty. He's calling their bluff. They're calling his bluff. Are you really that loyal? Yes, I am.
No one wants
What
to
a
just
messy mess.
say.
That's right.
And like
Just trade the man.
Just get-
They
Put
don't.
your
They,
foot
I
down.
think they don't want to be the bad guys and
No,
not
just
and
get
trade.
rid
And
of
him.
neither
it.
does
Just
he,
get
but
rid
Just
of it.
trade him.
It seems
Like
like.
Just trade
trade
him.
him, put up the jersey like immediately. Don't
Yeah.
even wait like a couple years. Just put up the
He
jersey.
said it's kind of
and
Lakers,
throw it.
didn't he?
We're not talking about Lakers. We've made it a whole. We've made it a whole podcast without.
We'll
talking
be
about
back.
Lakers. I can't help but feel like there was things still left in my brain to talk about. I'll quickly check my notes about Bradley Beal.
Man, they've gone an hour plus in it.
Yeah, you guys do. But overall, no. That's Bradley Beal is on the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Is this now the title favorites? AKA, are they better than Denver? Are they better than the Bucks, Celtics? all
Ring in
that?
3 years.
Ring in 3 years. Will they do that? Is Bradley Beal, I don't know, is he as good as some people say him? Is he overrated, underrated? Let us know. I can't believe it.
It's unreal.
It is unreal.
It's unreal.
It's the best.
I wasn't expecting that today or anytime soon.
Like last week, we recorded that pod, and it really felt like the end of last season.
It did.
And today, people are saying it all on their podcast. I'll say it as well. The off season began today.
Yeah. It has,
even
it has.
next season, which doesn't start for like 4 months.
It started
started
today.
today.
Yeah.
It started today, and it's like, give us a break.
Give us a break. I don't want a break, but give us a break.
You know, I just one quick moment. Do you think that Adam Silver, or people at the NBA, they say to these teams and these agents, they say, wait till the finals is over, then start talking
Make your
Brad
move.
Beal.
Yeah.
Because you never see it during the finals.
Nah, I think
You see the Damian Lillard stuff though, like
But it's never like the Brad Beal thing started right after the finals, and it was like it was
just
you know what
it
I mean.
only took a week.
Nah, well,
to
I know it
conclude.
had to happen because of all the money stuff, but why don't they do it during the finals?
I think even the players don't want to,
yeah.
you know.
They don't want to talk finals.
Yeah,
are on, I'm
yeah,
watching
and
the finals, don't
and then
talk to
they
me.
get their own light
'Cause
when
it's
after
not-
the finals.
I'm not saying there's anything rigged. It's great for everyone that it's like all spaced out, but it's like give us a break.
Give us a break.
Give us a break. We don't want to talk this stuff right after the finals finish. We're supposed to be having our first break ever. That's all right. We love it.
We love it. Love the NBA.
Cheech, Rise, you got a game to play.
I got a game.
Yep, literally.
You got a game to play tonight.
Let's
Right.
go.
Yeah. It is currently 8:12. You're starting at 9:15.
It's
Yeah,
time to
yeah.
get out of here o'clock. Man needs to put up shots in it.
Yeah. Give me your best Bradley Beal impressions on the court. Who's going to be knocking down those 18-foot jumpers?
Nah, I'm being on the bench like Bradley Beal.
Oh.
Oh.
Chilling. I might come in maybe 25 with maybe, I don't know, a little bit at the end of the season just for a little sprinkle.
Me and
but
Cheech
I'm
might do
chilling.
a bit of a pick and roll action,
Yeah, I'll
and
be-
we tend to find our little pick and roll here and there during a game. So
I look
we'll try
forward
get that
to
going.
come down to see a
Bam.
game sometime.
Bam and Butler kind
yeah,
of
a bit
situation.
family. Yeah, that's what we got there.
Bam and Dame.
Bam and
Bam
Dame.
and
Oh,
Dame.
Bam and Dame.
Ooh.
I'll be Dame today.
Wow,
Yeah.
boys, I don't know if we're going to talk next week.
Mm.
Let's just say it like
We could be
this.
talking tomorrow.
We could be talking tomorrow. Yes, we probably will get together for as you guys said, a Dame emergency pod if that is to happen. That's pretty massive if that does happen. But we can't even say anymore like last week, like, we won't see you
We'd be
next
lying.
week. I'm just going to start saying we'll play it by ear.
Stay tuned.
Especially until free agency is done. Then things will really calm down. Stay tuned. We might see you next week. Hopefully we do. Other than that, we will talk to you next time.
But he's sticking you and taking all your money.